Hello, my lovelies. We're back, and guess what's working again? At least I hope it's working again. Let's double check. Yes, my stream deck is working. I don't know what the fuck I did, but now it's working. So yeah, reason we came back here is we're taking a tiny little break at the end of our break because we have cards to draw. Napalm, welcome in. You're in for D&D night. How are you, my brother? It's good to actually talk as me and not as Una for a second. But we have Garrick's cards, and then we will get back to the game. We start with the Lichen Rock, the Midnight Farm, of course. I guess that's another one that's not a ghost type in this pack. We then have a Pikachu to continue with the non-ghost types with the Trick or Trade. And we end with an actual ghost of Drifloon. If I could make the glare not completely negate it. There we go. It's kind of there. It's a very light background. But, quick of things for people who were not here. We have been summoned somewhere. We don't know where we are. The person who summoned us is now stone. And another person that kind of looked like them, similar-ish robes, came out and summoned Shargo Puppies to try to kill us. We did not get killed by Shargo Puppies. We did the killing. And now we're going to where the stone person told us to go. So, with that, it's time to get back to everyone.
Anyway, 3, 2, 1.
Hi.
Hello.
Holy shit, I got that time down! Woo-hoo!
Hello,
You know, I heard the countdown,
Hello.
but you were still very close. Very close.
Damn.
Okay. And now that the stream deck is working, we can actually do the things. I love that.
finally
It's
started
less
working?
manual.
We'll say now.
Yes.
All right.
We're just gonna say thank you to the little stream deck for working now. I eventually want to get a better one, but the tiny little one is just fine right now.
All right.
Ooh.
Anyways, we survived with no encounters.
Yay!
So now,
God damn it.
you were so nice as to voice it, Miku.
Oh god.
I'm gonna have you roll the
D8, you said right?
D6 this time.
Shit.
Oh no.
Oh, guy.
Oh no.
Okay.
If we get an encounter, I'm blaming you, Miku.
Then it's going to be a D4, and then a D2, and then
No.
a D1.
What you got on your D6?
Isn't a D2 just a coin?
A 5.
It's a coin, yeah.
A 5.
Oh
No, you
god.
don't mean Connor.
Thank God!
Don't do that.
You
Don't
bastard!
do that.
You guys realize every time you're really tense, worried about an encounter, I'm gonna fuck with you in some way, because it's the only way I get to fuck with you guys.
You're really gonna come onto this
Honestly-
stream and try to say that's the only way you're gonna fuck with us?
Honestly,
Do
it'll get
not
to a
lie
point.
to this community, sir.
Honestly, I'll get to the point where I'll be like, "Can somebody roll the same number for fuck's sake?"
Nah, not in this group. Not in this group.
I want
I will completely admit I do it intentionally to limit the number of random encounters, because random encounters really don't add a whole lot to the story other than just random dumb combats.
That's fair.
And I like narrative more
Anyways.
than I like combat.
Fair.
Alright. So, I'm going to leave it on this screen for a bit because I don't have maps for the way in between the circle and Kinbizar.
Oh, that's fine.
You guys have about 3/4, half-ish day of travel. I'm assuming you guys set a normal watch for the night.
Yep.
You guys continue along. And since you're new to it as well, Yellen, let's have you roll a D8. 4. All right. So you guys are making your way towards where you believe the town of Kinbizar is. Fortunately for you, you guys reach some spots where finally you start to be able to see like wisps of smoke in this distance that make you think of like cities or chimneys. There's something there.
Yay!
Careful, it may be an orc camp.
Don't you wish dark upon us.
So you guys are moving through the woods. No real discernible road. And I need a party order for this one. Who's up front?
Ava?
I wouldn't be surprised if I was up in the front.
I'd say we should put Ava up front because she's the meat shield.
I think Ava up front, Lucius behind her to be the voice of reason.
Aw.
I mean, we should probably do Ava, Yellen, Lucius, Una, and then have INL coming up in the rear. That way we have the 2 high ACs in the front and the back.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Good plan.
And then
Good
I can
plan.
always jack forward and do my thing and then go wee behind everyone.
So Ava, 2 things. 1, do you want the high side or the low side?
I'll take low side.
Okay, now roll a D100.
Which one's that one?
So you
So-
take 2 D10s.
One of the D10s you'll take will have 2 digits on them.
Okay, that's the weird
This one.
one that kind of makes me think of like the what is it, Assassin's Creed symbol, just by the shape of it.
Yes.
I can see why
Okay.
you would think that.
I
can see that.
and you said I need 2 of those?
You'll need that one that has the 2 digits and one that has the 1 digit. So the 2-digit one is your tens place. The 1-digit one is your ones place.
So there's 2. Got it.
Okay, I think I got it. Okay.
I mean, you can get a D100, but they're bulky.
And they
I
don't
I
stop rolling.
could also
for-
program one if we needed it. It would
It
just
won't
take
let
me.
you go that high.
Really? That's stupid.
But we
I mean,
can do it in
you know,
Foundry.
All right, so do I do the 10s first,
Fair.
or do I do the 1 place?
Roll them both.
You can just do them both at the same time.
Nah, I got a 60 and a 3.
So 63. You said you wanted the high side?
I said low.
Low side. Yay! So
Shit.
you are stepping through the woods,
Don't know.
and you step on this pile of leaves.
Oh no.
I need you to make a sturdy saving throw, please.
Oh no.
You said Dex,
Yes.
and I could just use my D20 and then whatever my.
D20, and then because you're a fighter, strength and dex are your saving throws, so it'll be whatever number is on the bottom right of your dexterity score.
Oh, that's gonna be a +5.
5. Shouldn't it be a +7? Oh no.
Did we forget to update?
We forgot to add something to your character sheet. I think fighters are strength and dex for saving throws. Should be a +7.
Oh, okay. Well, I rolled a 7, so I got a 14.
14. Alright. Good news. It was a very, very low DC.
Ooh.
Oh, thank God.
I was wrong. It's strength and con. So you do only have a 5, but it's still
4. That still works.
yeah.
I think also as a reaction of watching her try to fall, I probably would instinctively try to move my cane forward for her to grab onto it, just to make sure that she could catch her balance.
You don't even have enough time to react because she steps, and it's about this time that you notice a sapling right next to this tree that's arched over,
Oh, you motherfuckers!
Oh.
and your feet are ripped out from under you as the snare you stepped in pulls you off your feet. The good
Oh!
news is you're too heavy for the sapling to hold you up in the air, but you're just like,
Oh.
"Phew," Bam.
Oh, ow!
Ava, you okay, dear?
Ow.
Are your ears ringing?
Everything hurts.
Oh.
Yeah, Ava, your hip probably really fucking hurts because as somebody who has gotten caught in a snare like that shit will wrench your hip out of socket.
I think I might need a chiropractor after this.
Do you want to hold the stone I grabbed? Or that Ionel gave me?
Hey, this thing is never gonna help me at this point in time.
It might! You don't know!
The healing stone.
The
I'm
if you give me that stone, I'm gonna be
might.
chucking it, and I'm gonna chuck it hard.
Not throwing my stone. Never mind. It's not. I have to rescind my offer.
Does anyone have
Hey.
anything sharp to cut her out of this?
Can I use my small knife to cut it off of her?
Certainly.
I have that adamantine dagger that we found at the bar crawl.
That's true.
It'll probably help
Ow.
Yellen feel better about himself if he's able to use his small knife, though.
Yeah. I use my small knife to cut the crap off the leg.
Handful of knuckles in that compliment. Just
Thanks, Jalen.
oh,
Thanks, Yellen.
Alrighty.
Well, that seems to be a hunter's trap. So if there's a hunter's trap, we shouldn't be too far away.
That's the
Which means there
hope.
might be more hunter traps nearby.
Well, if you use these things called eyes.
No, fuck off.
You know, Ava, I know that you specialize in fighting, but maybe you should slow down just a teens. We don't need to barge into this. We really don't.
No, I know. I thought I
Oh,
was
so
a
it's the
bastard
four that are behind me.
Hey, Garrick, you said we had a long rest, right?
I tell you what, Ava, if you want to, you can take the rear and I'll take front.
hey, real quick, guys. Let me hit the long rest button because you guys did get a long rest for your camping.
Thank you.
Yay.
Because we want to make sure the spells are reset.
Did she, Ava? Did you take any? Are you hurt anywhere from that?
Just my fucking hip.
Mostly her pride took damage from that, and you're not aware of any healing spell that can heal pride. Or dignity, for that matter.
This is why I prefer the cities.
Well, Ava gets up and rights herself. Una's gonna go over to
Motherfuckers.
Lucius and double check his sleeve from where he got bit. Lucius, did you want me to mend this for you? Because I should be able to repair those holes.
Oh, why, certainly. If you have the means to, I would greatly appreciate it.
I will
I'd
use
say
mend-
save it till we're in the city.
It's a cantrip, and it does only take a minute.
All right, well, that suit's gonna get ruined again. Just
Well,
saying.
Well, Ava's riding herself and getting herself, like, unstunned. I'm gonna take a minute to just clean up Lucius's suit and fix the holes in the sleeve.
Ionel's gonna walk over and assist Una because he also has the same cantrip to make it go twice as quickly.
We must beat the suit!
I absolutely love the fact that the only reason you guys have been using this spell is just to fix my suit.
I mean, it's the
It's 3 people who have made sure the suit stayed nice.
I
You
know.
know, we have to have one classy person in our team.
I just find it funny that it's not the bard.
Hey, the bard cleaned it last time.
That's
I was
true.
about to say, yeah, Barb was with the last time.
But that's the point. You're the bard, and you're keeping somebody else, the classy guy.
I don't need to keep my clothes clean because my looks handle everything.
Let's see. You were about to
The
say you
bag
don't-
pets definitely help.
And I just like it to where you guys can stare at my large sack.
You
Say-
know,
you were about to say that you don't need to keep your clothes clean because they spend more time on the floor anyway.
I mean, yeah, that is true.
Anyways,
back
is the
to the
suit fixed
roleplay,
now so we
people.
can go?
So we've got Nava going, no, you're done.
Why do I feel like Ava's gonna round us up in roleplay here in campaign like Miku does in stream?
All right. So can you guys see the map I just put up?
Yes.
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 Good. Because of the settings, I don't have to put icons down for it. Good.
Perfect.
So this is the city of Kinbizar. The points of interest are the ones that I've labeled. Everything else is just small stuff.
Okay.
Houses, a couple of apartment buildings.
So is there like a pamphlet right outside the gate of "Welcome to Kinbizar. Please take this map."
No,
I wish.
But other than Ava, any of you can just kind of. It's got the small town vibe of, trying to be helpful. Ava, anytime you try to talk to anybody, they're fucking terrified and just fucking run.
Yeah, that's about right.
Ionel's gonna put his metal hand on Ava's shoulder. Don't worry, they're just a bunch of racists.
It's okay, honey. Come here. I'll give you a hug. They just
Guys,
don't know what
I'm
to do
pretty
with
sure
your
this is a
horns.
bounty
It's
hunter.
okay.
Every time every time Ava tries to talk to someone, they run away. I play the on my bagpipe.
Oh, I remember this.
Sure.
Emu knows what's going on. I know it has no fucking clue. Emu knows.
Yeah, no. Ionel ain't got a fucking clue. He's just assuming they're being racist.
I'm
So
pretty sure
I-
it's because of my job, guys. I'm fine.
Ava,
God.
I say this with all the love in the world. Know that I mean nothing bad by this. Why would I take front? Okay?
Oh, now you're coming up to bat. Okay. Be my guest.
You know, I have
When
a
you
couple
got
of
yourself stuck
charms
in that
with
trap,
me.
I literally offered, and you told me to go fuck myself.
You know
Well,
what? Just
clearly
let me
we
help
need
you.
information. All right, here's my reasoning. One, I already went through that hellhole.
Exactly.
Two,
so it's
this
time
is a
for
whole
you to
different
rest.
situation.
You already went through the hell. Let us take the rest of the burden. We got you. Okay?
Besides the fact that apparently we're going to need information, and these assholes are running away from me. I'm assuming my job anyways. So, yeah, you guys can take forefront. I'll just hang in the back and cross my arms and hopefully go get drunk later.
Real quick, anyone who wants to can go ahead and make a perception check.
Which
I
die
will
is that
definitely
again?
make a perception check.
D20
D20.
perception skill.
Hey, first nat 20 of the day.
Woo!
Second.
First for
I got
me.
Let's see.
There you go.
First for me, and that was the point.
I don't have my character sheet in front of me.
If you click the
I got
I
finger
have
on
to do
the
the
right,
perception as well.
What was that?
Click
on
the
the
pictures thing on the top right,
Top three.
Act-
and you can bring up your character sheet, and then it's under attributes.
Okay.
I got a 12.
I got a 16 plus a 3, so that brings me up to 19.
So I have 18, 19, 20.
Una, you have 4 to perception.
Thank you. I have a 19 total then.
So
Alright.
18
yeah.
being the lowest.
All right. So even the lowest person getting a 12.
Oh, never mind.
Ava's issue is not being a bounty hunter.
Oh, these motherfuckers are racist.
Ava's issue is being a tiefling.
These motherfuckers are being racist.
How
Ava,
dare.
I think you might need to wait outside or at the city gates or something.
There's no gates. There's roads all around the town, but like footpath type deals, cart paths, but there's no like gates, there's no like you can come
Yellen, we can't let their racism win.
I'm curious. Does anyone in the party? Does anyone wear a hat in our party?
No.
Do you think that if she was to put on a hat, that would magically change everything about her to where they would
Oh,
just see her as a different person?
I don't think we
I
can
do not
change her
believe it.
ashen
If-
skin.
If she had a very specific kind of hat, yeah.
Oh,
I don't believe that anyone would
Oh,
not
God.
perceive her if she wore a different hat. But I'm
I
just saying.
hand Ava my disguise kit.
Ooh.
Oh wait, don't I have my own? Hold on.
I think you have proficiency with it. I don't know if you actually have a disguise kit.
I have a backpack. Well, I should because of the bounty hunter thing, shouldn't I?
It's
Oh,
under
shoot, I can't look
tools.
that up. Yeah, I have a backpack.
I think with the Urban Bounty Hunter, you get proficiency with a disguise kit. You don't get a disguise kit.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Never mind.
Here, just put on this disguise kit.
It...
So,
Can I give her advantage by giving her my gray suit jacket to wear?
are you trying to assist her in applying a disguise?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
So Ava, you can go ahead and roll a check with the disguise kit. It'll be charisma plus proficiency because you're proficient.
Okay, charisma. Okay. And it's still a D20, right?
Yes.
Oh wait, can
Okay.
I also give her guidance as well?
Ava, you are not proficient with a disguise kit.
I am not.
No, you're proficient with thieves' tools, not a disguise kit.
That's right.
Can I give her guidance as well?
You can give her guidance, but you may want Yellen. You start to realize she has no fucking clue what she's doing with this. You may want to help her.
All right, I help her with it.
Okay, so the way this is going to work is instead of Ava, Yellen, you're going to be rolling with advantage because Ava is helping you disguise herself.
So does that mean I roll it twice?
You rolled
And then I
use D20.
fair.
Oh, can't hear
I
you.
give him guidance as well while he's trying to do it then.
All right, guys, gotta let me explain this to him.
Sorry.
So you roll 2d20s, you get to keep whichever one of the two is higher, and then because Lucius is giving you the guidance cantrip, you get to add a d4 on top of it.
All right, that's 9.
Hmm.
I'm
And
just
the
sitting back with
fours?
Ian now, watching them going, how long do you think it's going to take them to figure this out?
And you
So
said,
our
what was the
high
second
was
one?
a 12.
honestly, I feel like using that disguise kit is just saying that the racists win.
I just also love the fact that here they are in the middle of the street just applying a disguise kit. Like, everybody can fucking see them do it.
This is stupid.
Do I
Can-
add my charisma to it?
Yes, charisma and proficiency.
While they're in the middle of their thing, can I do an insight check for how many people are staring at us?
Well, your passive insight is way more than enough to know everyone is staring at you.
Okay, so +5 for charisma, and then what's my
Plus
proficiency?
2 proficiency, so it's going to be +7 to your d20 roll.
Okay,
Hey,
so
y'all,
that
I don't know if this is gonna
16,
help
no.
us.
what's the second die?
So you rolled a 9 and 4, so your 9 is the better of the two.
Yeah, and then you said because of the guidance.
D4.
I
2.
Ava, Yellen, I love you. I don't think this is gonna help us. Everyone's staring at us.
Well,
I don't think this
it's
is gonna
better
work.
late than never.
Just let the disguise kit work.
It's gonna do it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is about as smart as hiding a fucking fox in a henhouse.
This is the subtle wisdom when I transform. You
So
don't
that's
know that,
total
right?
18.
18, you said?
Yeah, 18 total with everything.
18 total. All right. So, the good news is, Ava looks very different from what she did. A little bit of makeup on the face to cover up the purple skin, or red skin, whichever it was. I cannot remember offhand. I thought it was purple.
Dark brown.
Dark brown. All
It's
right.
like a
So
ashy brown.
It's my hair that is the color.
That's right.
My hair is the lilac, and so are my eyes.
Mhm.
The important part is you're able to do something with some... Basically, you give her a weave that covers the horns.
I've never felt this awkward in my life.
My goodness, Ava!
Actually, no, I scratched that.
Is she wearing my suit jacket as well to cover her arms?
Ava, did
Might
you,
as well. Might as fucking well.
Ava, please keep good care of this. Please do not make any more holes in it.
Lucius, I'll mend it if
I
it gets
will do
more.
my
You're
best.
fine.
But
We can
I
fix-
promised nothing, Lucius.
I'm assuming Ava is now tucking the tail.
Yes, I'll wrap it around my torso.
Right, I saw that.
This is.
I'm going to proceed to fix. After taking off my jacket, I'm going to proceed to fix the cufflings
Yeah,
on my wrists.
That's exactly why I said it that way, Rye. Anyway, so Ava, you are now wearing an ill-fitting
something.
suit jacket over your leather armor.
Yep.
You're wearing the jacket, and you're kind of having to do this with your shoulders, because with the armor, you feel like if you go any further forward, it's just going to explode in the center.
Yep.
Because as someone who's worn leather armor, it adds about-
Lucius, I might need to borrow your cane so I can look like a hobble person.
All right, and would I be able to help persuade the townspeople that that was just a disguise in the first place and we took everything off of her?
Yes, because I'm disguising myself as a tiefling, now being a regular non-human tiefling.
Oh,
Hello, fellow humans.
can I give him advantage?
Oh my god, what? Guys, this is enough!
So I'm gonna do something I don't normally do, because while funny,
Lord
I'm
help
gonna tell
me.
you what the DC of this check is gonna be, because every person there saw you guys walk into town. Every person there saw you apply a disguise to her. You got a DC 30 check right here, which a DC 30 edition is impossible.
Oh.
Like, technically it is possible, but the odds of reaching past 30 are so infinitesimal.
I wouldn't be able to reach that high.
Let's see, what would that be under? So persuasion.
So, yeah, persuasion. So if he rolled a natural 20,
It only hit 27.
yeah.
So I have +5 to my persuasion right now.
Oh god.
Well, he has +7 to his persuasion.
Can I give him guidance?
Yeah, with
God.
he might make it.
Oh god. Guys, let's just go. Let's just go. This is embarrassing enough as it is. Let's just go. How the fuck did I get myself roped into this situation?
But dear,
Alright,
you
let's
look
just go.
gorgeous. Like we look so good on you.
Uh-huh.
It matches you.
Also,
Your like
Uh-huh.
skin tone so well.
Ava, I have to
Uh-huh.
admit, I'm slightly disappointed that you let the racist win.
Yeah, well, we
Also,
need
can you-
information, and information is no good if nobody talks.
Garrett, can it be canonical that because of my background or because of my history, that the suit jacket that I have is like one of the nicer, stretchy ones?
You know it, sure.
Yes.
Somebody
Oh,
who
thank God.
as somebody who has a suit that does that a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit.
Yeah.
That's the suit that you like.
I mean, that would probably be the one that Lucius would like the most. Probably the other ones would just feel too restrictive.
I mean, we could make her do the same disguise thing that I make you do in the other D&D campaign.
Oh god, no.
Yeah, but she can't wear that right now.
Because why not?
Well, I mean, fits the tone of Ava being disguised, so why the fuck not?
Yeah,
Exactly.
there's no actual disguise there.
I mean, she's very well disguised. If anybody hadn't just absolutely seen her being put in it.
Well, I mean, we're not going to be standing there in that area for long. We'll be moving around. So there'll be people who haven't seen it yet.
By the way,
All right.
it's removable.
Yes.
Awesome.
I didn't know that.
So let's head.
Maybe let's start with the general store. And just
Usually
see
a
about.
tavern's a good place for information.
I would say tavern, but it looks
Okay.
like they got 2 taverns.
They have 3 taverns. Although the third one is
I
a tavern.
Why is there
I
not
would say
a
2
number
taverns
7?
Yes.
Number 7 does not exist in the legend. That's lovely.
So what's number
There's a
7?
7 on the map.
There is no number 7 at the Kinbizar.
There is, but we don't have the legend.
Um,
So what's 7?
I think that should be the first building we investigate.
Yes.
Is what is 7.
Yes.
Let it be the brothel.
no,
Hello.
No, the brothel is number 8.
Well, we know
Oh,
where
okay.
Yellen's going.
I'm
Yep.
gonna go investigate the
He needs to
brothel.
show up his big place.
Yeah. Don't drink too much.
oh god, I gotta check my other notes. Do I gotta check what my notes for number 7 is.
Watch it be the most important building we're supposed to go to.
I mean, based off of personal memory and not character memory, I know that the one that we need is actually already in the legend key.
Okay.
God.
But none of us know that yet.
Exactly.
Right, in game, none of you know that. Out of game, number 7 is. It's a warehouse. I remember that. I can't remember exactly what it is, and it is not in my notes because.
Well then.
Okay.
I just wrote it down.
Is that like a werewolf, but instead of a wolf, it's a house?
Oh, empty.
Okay, back on track, people.
Sorry.
I like
think
the idea of first stopping at the nearby shops.
Okay, I'll go with you.
Split the party?
We
Oh,
could probably
God.
all stick together, especially with all
Yeah.
these people that were giving Ava those weird looks and is running and screaming around.
I
That's
agree. I agree. We should all stay together.
I mean, I can defend myself. You'll just have to probably time me in the jail the next day.
Ava, we're not gonna get you out of the jail. We're gonna stick together.
We'd rather not have to bail you out, so just don't get in a fight.
Alright, where are you
I'm
guys?
sure I could break myself up.
I think we're all in agreement that we're going to the general store.
Yep.
Alright.
In reluctance.
The way you're
I'm
coming.
sorry, Yellen. We will go to the Lapalok tree sometime soon, but first we need to stock up.
So the upside is because you're coming from up this way. If you guys can see my icon still.
Wait,
You're-
Yeah.
we were going southeast, southeast, not north.
But we're coming.
We are coming from the north.
We're coming
No,
from the north.
I saw
genius.
someone's. I saw the path on the south. I was like, what?
Yeah, you're not coming from the path. You're coming from up here,
Yeah,
like near
because
where
we
the
went
word
through
Kinbizar.
forest. We didn't go from the path. We went through forest. That's why Ava got stuck in the trap.
Motherfucking hunter. As soon as I find that motherfucker.
The outside is on the side of town that you're in. This area all here is mostly residential district stuff. The only 2 real commercial places are the livery, which for those who don't know, think commercial stables.
That's what a livery is?
That's what a livery is.
I did not know that.
Yep. Which also means that there's a reason that they have their own little plot like this here. Because once you get within about the bounds of this outer road, you can definitely tell by the smell what it is.
Wait, well, if that's the case, why does the general store get its own plot?
Because all of this plot around it is full of shit.
Oh.
It's full of shit. Okay.
Have you ever been to like a really fucking small town?
Uh-huh.
Like
Does the one I live in not count?
Smaller.
like
into a town that's only like 3 blocks wide.
that kind of town where there's a post office, there's a store, there's not even really a gas station. You have to go to the next town over for that.
Oh,
There's
I-
one
no, I've
church
never-
and
I've
one
never been to
liquor
a
store,
town
and
that
that's
small.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those kind of towns, at least the ones that I've been to, whatever the like general like store is, there ends up being like a flea market around it constantly almost.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because it's already a commerce space, so people are bringing money past it.
Mm-hmm. Can agree.
Okay, to the
from-
general store.
All right. So you guys come in through town to the area of the general store, and it's... I mean, calling it a bazaar is a little bit of a stretch.
It's a little bizarre.
Ah,
How bizarre.
not very.
Sorry, continue.
That
What's
comes
my
back.
fault?
So there's... Excluding the people that run the general store itself, there's about 20 people around. And about 15 of those 20 people are running tables of their own, selling, quite frankly, fucking junk.
Yuck.
Like, if you've ever been to those small town flea markets, holy shit. It looks like they find all the stuff that sat for like 10 years on a thrift store shelf and then throw it in the flea market and pray to God it sells.
This is I'll sell this.
Basically. That's accurate.
Lucius.
No. I'm talking about
On top of,
what you be saying.
Got ya.
I don't know if you guys have seen this going to flea markets, but do you ever get those ones where like they look like legit Pokemon cards, and then you look closer and you're like, yep, that's fake as.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Anyways. To the store of the general goods of goodness.
Yes. Directly to the
Before we
store.
walk in,
Oh, go
before we
ahead.
walk into the main store, can I quickly do a perception check or an investigation check, whichever would be more appropriate, to see if there's any of these smaller stores on the outside, just at a glance, if there's any that would be potentially worth looking more into?
Are you looking to, like, get a fine look at all the tables, or are you just trying to glance over everything?
I'm just doing a quick glance because I'm planning on doing this as we are walking to the main store.
Okay, perception then.
Sounds good.
If you're going to try and find detail, look through all the tables, I'd say investigation, but no, this is definitely perception.
All right. That would be a 19 plus 5,
Oh.
So- 24.
So
Hey.
there's two things you can tell. One, there's 2 or 3 people in amongst all these tables who definitely don't look like they're from this town. And 2, the tables of the people not from this town, there might actually be some decent shit there. Other than that, there's not really anything that stands out. I mean, everybody else around here is very much the good old boys.
Mm.
Then the one in particular that seems like there might be something of interest. I'd like to stop at the table, and before I say anything, I'd like to investigate and look and see what, or maybe to look and see what's at the table, just a general what's there.
All right, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Sounds good.
And the guy behind the table is still like, hello, 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 how can I help you today?
I
like that
rolled
voice.
investigation.
That was my thought, too.
Investigations I have nothing on. It's all perception. 13.
13. Most of what he's got is, like, not necessarily cheap clothing, but just general, clothing. He does have a small case of jewelry, that has a few pieces that look really nice.
Hmm.
Like, they might even be legit.
What time of day is it?
It's at the time that you guys would have gotten up, late morning, early afternoon area.
Okay. Who in our party has? Does anybody in the party have the spell? I forget what it's called. Detect magic.
I do.
Yes.
I also have the wand of detection, which can do detect magic.
Oh, that's nice.
That's how I
Um,
was able to figure out the stone thingy.
Oh, that's fair.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Well, cool. Well, good afternoon, sir. How are you doing today?
Oh, just another day in the life.
Another day in the life. I see. What do you have here, sir?
Well, I mean, just some clothing from out of town. Not a lot of stuff that people here get to see. You know, they got their own people. Oh, I just remembered number 7 is a tailor shop. A very large
Ooh.
tailor shop. Anyway. So,
There we go.
I
Sorry,
mean,
that's right.
the clothing doesn't necessarily look your speed, but some of the jewelry, sir. I can see some stuff in here that you might just like.
Uh-oh.
You have a good eye. Where do you come from?
Oh, you know, here and there.
I'd like to roll an insight check on the merchant on how to best put this.
How
And how-
cheaty he is.
Yeah, how truthful he's being with our team, with our group.
I would probably also want to do the same thing while I'm talking with him. Although I'll probably do my check once I start talking to him more about the jewels.
I dropped
If
my
that's
20.
okay.
Oh no.
Again?
Again, I know I'm horrible at this. I specifically put my sparkles to the side for this. All
Yeah.
fine.
Pro right gaming.
You know,
I'm assuming you're probably doing this, Una, while I'm talking with him, so that I
correct.
am maintaining his concentration.
Yep. You're talking with him, I'm behind just like, go on, please.
So there's no place in particular that you like to call home?
I mean, you live the life of a merchant. You end up having to travel quite a bit. I mean, what's the point? What you got, Una?
16 total.
16.
I found it, by the way.
Very nice. Pay attention to your DMs real quick.
Okay.
Well, I definitely understand how you feel with that. I mean, to get good business, sometimes it requires you to travel a little bit. So, tell me more about these gems that you're referring to. Is there anything in particular that makes them special or unique?
Oh, just so many varied gems. You know, stuff from all over. I mean, I've got people who go so far as the Crystal Lands, or even Milan or Valish. It's so nice to be able to get such rare gems and just keep moving so people can see so many things that they don't otherwise get to see.
I'm gonna tap Lucius on the shoulder. Hey there, I'm gonna go and check out this other booth. You got this one here?
By all means, go right ahead.
Perfect. Una's gonna walk over to the booth over, not too far away, still within eyesight, and I'm going to use my message cantrip, saying,
Okay.
Hey, he's hiding something. I think that what he has is legit, but there's something not legit with him.
I trying to respond. I'm trying to think if I so with the message cantrip, is it like a verbal or can it be through? Oh wait, hold on.
There is a verbal component.
So I'm speaking it
Um,
like while I'm looking at another booth under my breath.
Right. That's fine. It's just, I mean, for you it just looks like to the merchant that you're standing at the table of, which by the way, it's one of the local merchants whose table is just filled with absolute junk.
I figured.
Like the best stuff this guy's got is like some really, really nice homespun yarn.
okay.
Otherwise, it looks like somebody just took the junk drawer, the Midwesterner junk drawer,
Oh God.
and poured it out on the table.
I mean, you gotta do that every so often to clear your junk drawer.
Yeah.
I-
Or you just have multiple junk drawers and say screw it.
Oh,
what
God,
their
no.
keys to, and that kind of shit.
In the meantime, can I use the wand of detection to see if there's anything magical anywhere at this flea market gathering?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
So you use the wand of detection. You cast detect magic. There are two pieces in the jewelry case that Lucius is looking at that have a mild magical aura, and
Okay.
there's a pendant around the neck of the proprietor of that table that has a magical aura.
Okay.
Real quick, just so I'm being clear for you, the two pieces in the jewelry case, one is evocation magic.
Okay.
The other is what is it?
Oh, Ophelia.
Okay, so
She's
I
sleeping
realized.
on tissue paper.
So I realized there's something that I never actually added into my character, which I am adding right now as a passive feature.
Okay, what's that feature?
Mind link.
Oh yes, that is one you definitely need to add.
I just did.
Okay,
All right.
just put the description in, and I will make sure that it gets added properly later.
I just added it and I put it into the chat.
Perfect.
So
before you go, for INL, the second piece of jewelry in the case that has a magical aura has transmutation magic.
Okay.
Pendant he's wearing has illusion magic.
Really?
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. In that case, okay, well first off, instead of responding back to Una's message that she sent me, I'm gonna use Mind Link and reply back to her. So okay. As a meta or in a meta sense, Mind Link basically allows me to like telepathically talk to someone else within a certain distance, depending on my level.
Yep.
And so, since you're close enough, I'd be able to talk to you with just my mind.
So, point of order for that, Una. You've
Yes.
used your message cantrip before.
Yes.
Every time you've ever used the message cantrip, you can hear what's being spoken. It's not like heard around you, but you can hear.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't that. It's like the words are being spoken inside your mind. It's almost like you're thinking them, but you can feel that it's coming from outside.
Mm-hmm.
So the response you get feels like that. And I'm going to need you to roll a quick wisdom saving throw.
Really?
Which D20?
Yes. This is a character story thing for her.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I don't see anything that like you have to save it or have a DC saving throw.
13.
Oh, keep an eye on your DMs.
Oh god. No, 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 get out of my head! You are not here!
I-
And Una runs away. Full
Una,
sprint.
wait!
Excuse me, sir. Give me one quick second. I'm gonna start running towards Una.
As we get to the river, I'm going to transmute into my siren form and swim further down the river underwater to seclude myself.
So any who chase after Una, watch her run up to the river. You see her pass her hand over herself, and all of a sudden you see her form shift.
Oh.
And so her legs mostly change. That all of a sudden, instead of legs, you see a long tail with a finned end, and she jumps into the water, dives under, and you don't see her.
Well, that was new.
Thank you just for that perfect moment. Oh.
Okay. I think she needs to be alone for a little bit.
Tell you what, why,
God damn it.
if you want to go ahead and look at some of the other smaller venues that are nearby, I'm gonna wait here for a quick second until she comes back.
All right.
Let
me know if I need-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Let me know when she comes back, okay?
Sounds good. I'll let you know. I'm gonna try to quickly do a perception check to see if I can find maybe where she is in the water.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
That's terrible. Let's see. That would be
Yellen, check DMs.
8.
It's a river.
It's a river. I like that.
Ionel,
Yes.
we might want to tread lightly.
Why is that?
There's people showing up.
Meaning.
I know. As you start to look around, you notice we're up from like 20 people to around 30, 35 people. And interestingly enough, a lot of the new people in the area seem to be wearing very, very similarly matching armor.
God damn it. We
Just so that-
need to disengage.
Just so that I know, roughly how far away are they right now to me?
The guards.
No,
They're-
no. The
they're
rest of the party.
If you're standing by the river, there's about 50 feet.
Okay.
If that.
So
Too far for your mind link, unfortunately.
yeah. Yeah.
Can
if
I
were to
see
pull up-
Lucius from where he is on the bridge to where I am underwater?
So being amphibious, you can see. So you look up, and you know there's a slight refraction. So position-wise, you know he's just off. But yeah, you can look up and see Lucius standing over the water, looking at you. are looking down at the water, at least.
I'm going to use message. Is everything okay up there?
I'm gonna use message back, and I'll just reply with, "Yes, everything is okay. I apologize. I realize this was the first time I've ever talked to you within your mind."
So real quick, you would actually have to use the reply you get from her message for that, because you need to be able to see your target.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes.
Wait, he can't use the reply ability of her using message?
He
No,
can,
he's supposed.
he can reply to her, but he was talking about using the message cantrip specifically, which he can't do if he can't see her. So you can reply to her, but to use your own message cantrip, you couldn't do because you can't see her currently.
You can reply to this message.
So then, I'm sorry, but the person you called.
It's
I'm
not.
sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, somebody tried to call me recently.
Oh. Anyways.
Well, I'm assuming then that Una would probably be able to see at least my mouth moving, right?
Well, and you can respond to her message because as part of the cantrip, you can respond.
Like one sentence or so back.
Yes. So that everything's fine back. You just wouldn't be able to cast your own cantrip.
Oh, I don't have.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. I apologize.
Yeah, no, sorry, I don't have. I don't have message. I don't have that cantrip.
Okay, so you just reply to that to her. Got it.
Yeah.
My apologies. That was my entire misunderstanding.
What
You're
was your
fine.
reply again?
Yes, everything is okay. I apologize. I realize this is the first time I've tried to speak to you within your mind.
I'm gonna swim a little bit further up the river so that I can try to keep an eye on what is unfolding by the store.
So being down in the river, because he came up to the edge of the river, you can see him, but being down in it, you can't see any of what's going on up there.
Okay.
You would actually have to come out of the river.
Would I be able to at least detect that she's moved to someplace else?
You have no idea where she is. You couldn't see through the water.
Okay.
The river.
The beautiful joys of sunlight.
I'm gonna swim a little bit further up the river, transform back, and then swim up to land. So I would be closer to marker number 4.
All right. You can smell hot metal. Which, for anyone that doesn't know, when you actually heat metal in a forge, there is a very specific smell. I fucking love that smell.
Oh, I hate that smell.
Ooh, that smell!
See,
Anyways.
I make swords and such, so...
Hot metal gives me headaches.
I'm familiar with that smell because of my experience in glass blowing, so
Here.
I know how that feels.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm actually familiar with that smell.
Oh,
Which-
hang
We'll worry about it later.
Yeah.
We'll explain it later.
All right.
From there, once I am out of the river, I'm going to dash over to the bridge where Lucius is. Panting, because it's a decent little ways over.
Oh, yeah.
And ask, what did I miss?
Oh my gosh, there you are.
Hi!
Are you okay?
I was gonna say,
That's
Lucius,
not-
standing there looking down at the water, and all of a sudden, from like off to your side, Una's just running up to you.
Don't worry about me right now. What's going on?
That's a great question. What do you mean? What's going on?
You guys look back.
I'll look off to my side, and then I'll see it happen.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
you guys both look out into the area. You start to see a lot more people, and a lot of them are wearing matching armor.
And I'm just gonna point to the group and say, that! What is that?
Oh.
That's what I messaged you about!
I believe that's what we call a problem.
I believe that's the authorities.
We
All
didn't
right,
get the law yet.
But what they want with us, I'm not entirely certain.
Have we
So-
broken any laws that we may not have realized?
So Una and I will start walking towards the group to see, or to start trying to, or at least I'm going to start trying to interact with these people in similar uniform.
Mm-hmm.
Ava, check DMs.
Ah, shit. Oh, well, this is great. This is great.
Are
This
you
is great.
Are
This is
you okay, Ava?
fantastic.
Ava, calm down. What's wrong? Talk to me.
They're starting to circle us. And it's a wide circle.
So they're circling us.
Ava,
Yeah.
Ava, you've used this technique before.
All right.
It's either called a noose or a snare.
Yeah. This is a snare.
And
Okay.
you start with a wide circle, and then when you're ready, you close the
Start to
snare.
close the circle.
And it's around most of the group, but it's very much centered on you, Ava.
Oh, fucking shit! Fuck. Okay.
It's almost like some
Um,
people are terrified of tieflings and might have reported to the local constabulary that there's one in the city.
Fucking course.
I am going to use message to Ava. I'm about
Okay.
to do a thing we're both gonna be really hating. As soon as you see an opening, run.
Hold up. Can I take a look around and see if there's a guard that is in command of the ones encircling us?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh,
Also,
you
when,
motherfucker.
and your father smelled of elderberries.
What is my perception?
so when Una sends
Alright,
that
21.
message,
You don't get that message. She sent it to Ava.
oh, I know, but I was going to say, when she says the message, there is a verbal component to it, right?
True, so you might have actually heard it standing next
Yes,
to
I
her.
probably would have heard it as well.
Uh-huh.
All right, so I got a 21.
21. There is one gentleman who is standing very close to the bridge. Who same armor, but what you
Okay.
notice is his right pauldron on his shoulder is metallic, and it appears to be made of brass. Which brass is more used for ceremonial type armors rather than effective armors.
All right, so how far away
boy.
from me would you say he is?
Somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 feet.
All right, would I be able to start walking close enough to him to charm person?
You can try.
Dude, you're surrounded by so many people right now.
All right, so what
Hey, you
attribute
can
would that be under?
cast that spell. Make sure to throw it in the chat real quick so I can read a couple of things real quick.
Also, while you're doing that, I'm going to whisper over to Una and just say, what in the world are you referring to? What are you thinking of doing?
I'm a
And
whisper.
doing it in a hushed tone.
Question.
All right, so
Go ahead, INL.
Above the table.
Okay.
Is everyone's attention focused on the constabulary, or are they just like ignoring them?
Are you talking about the group, or are you talking about the
The townsfolk.
the townsfolk? Are so most of the townsfolk that are around are people who are minding their own tables.
Okay.
The few people that were over here shopping, once they start to notice the presence of all the guards, it's very much a, oh, shit's about to happen. I don't want to be here.
Okay. More specifically, what about the guy that had the jewelry?
Entirely oblivious.
He's entirely oblivious to the constabulary. Okay.
He's a salesman.
No,
Fair.
that's fair.
Yellen, are you casting the spell?
yes, I will cast it.
I'm a whisper over to Lucius. I might have an ability to charm a person or two. And if I can make an opening for me and her to get out of the city so y'all can do what you need to in here, that might be the best opportunity we have.
As you so Una, as you're saying this, Lucas, you watch Yellen walk towards a guy very close to you, and you watch his hand shift, and you watch a layer of magic come over the guy's face. And the guy's like, and he looks at, oh God. Oh no. He looks
What?
at you, and he goes, nice try. Bam, and punches you in
Oh shit!
You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
I will
It
look
would
back.
have been 3, but I rolled a critical hit. 2 natural 20s tonight. Holy shit, apparently this group is the group that I can roll with.
Wait, so Lucius got punched?
Balls.
No,
No,
Yellen
no.
punched in the
Oh,
by the
I'm
guy
You-
arm.
gonna look
said how
back to
many points?
Lucius and say, that is
Four.
exactly what will happen to me if I do this wrong.
Let us learn from those who have failed.
And
That's my hope.
and Yellen, are you gonna resist?
I don't think I should in this point.
That's good. It's just, he's putting you on the ground and beginning to arrest you.
God damn it.
Oh my
Um,
god.
While this is happening, I'm gonna probably. Well, first things first. Am I close enough to be able to use my mind link to be able to talk with him?
To Yellen? Yes.
Okay.
Thanks to him.
I'm gonna use my mind link and then start talking to Yellen, saying, "Don't do anything. Just try to follow my lead." And then I'm gonna start walking up to the guy who punched him and is starting to arrest him, and then try to talk with him.
All right, what are you saying?
Whoa, sir! What seems to be going on here?
You didn't see the spell he tried to cast at me?
Well, sir, to be fair, I've been standing back here. There's plenty of people in between you and him. I have not seen you.
While they're having their conversation, I would like to use my insight to find a weaker guard amongst the noose.
All right, go ahead and make an insight roll.
Let me get my table up.
You know,
21.
well, you might not have seen it. 21. I'll get back to you in just a moment. Well, you might not have seen it. You just tried to charm me.
Why are you arresting him right now?
See, as it is, interfering with an official investigation is a high crime. He could be sent to the capital for trial.
Investigation.
Oh god.
We got reports of a tiefling in these parts.
A tiefling? I mean, I've heard whisperings of that too, but I have not seen anyone with me, at least with my party that I've came in with.
You and your wife there, you just stay out of the way. You let us do what we gotta do. If there's a tiefling, we gotta find him. We gotta send him on to...
Excuse me, sir, did you say wife?
Oh no.
Are they married?
No,
No, this is
no
just a friend
way,
of mine.
in any way, shape, or form.
I'm
I
sorry,
will
I'm sorry,
never be
Mr.
wed, sir.
But he seems a nice guy. That anyway. My apologies for assuming that was my fault. I
It's
just
okay. Well, sir, I recommend. You see, I may not be necessarily accustomed to the laws here in this area, but does not mean that I am not necessarily one who understands law in general.
well, the laws in the Mandarin Empire are pretty much the same everywhere. You from?
Over the table, would it be safe to assume that probably the same laws from my home world are probably going to be the same?
I mean, there's going to be some that are absolutely going to be the same,
Okay.
but knowing what you know, there's certain variations that are hard to very much nail down.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, sir, trust me. This
Just-
one is
It was an 18 for the saving throw and a natural 20 for the punch.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, sir, first off, I'm not sure if I caught your name. What was your name again?
Oh, I'm Captain Cyric.
Captain Siren, you said?
Cyric.
Iric?
Cyric.
Cyric.
Cyric, got it. Well, it's nice to meet you, Captain Cyric. I'll put forward my hand to try to shake his hand.
He's still in the middle of shackling Yellen. So
I see your hands are slightly full.
apologize me. I'm a little busy right now, but
Well, sir, I apologize on his behalf. As you can see, he's not necessarily in the greatest mind. I was the one who brought him here, and if you could be so kind as to let me be able to handle this with him. You see, I think there's something that's been going on, mentally speaking, and I've been working quite some time to try to help him out. Would you be willing to let me talk with him for a minute?
Mentally
deception.
speaking, meaning he does not think with the upper head, if you know what I mean, sir.
You said deception?
yes. No, go ahead and take advantage since she's trying to help you on that.
Sounds good. Where's my second D20?
Oh, of
That's-
course it is. There's the regular roll.
Let's see, deception.
got
Nat
this.
20. Nat 20 plus 3, so 23.
Hell yeah.
You're welcome, Yellen.
Are you this poor man's doctor?
You can say that, yes. He's been under my care for a while, and we decided that we would come into town for a little bit to do a little bit of exercise to see if we can allow him to be able to speak with other people and see if he can, well, act hand close to my mouth normal.
As you can see, things didn't go quite according to plan.
I will gladly take full responsibility of this man, but I ask you, if you let me come back to him and talk with him, I'm sure I can settle this far better than what you could potentially try to do right now. I have immense history with this.
See what happens next a little more clearly. He's like, if you gotta work with him, you gotta work with him, I'm sure under the right circumstances, we can, come to some kind of arrangement.
Look, sir, if you'd like, I do not have much as possessions, but if you'd like, I could give you a token of gratitude, and I can allow you men to be on your way.
Bring your voice down, boy.
Oh, I apologize. Tell you what, just for you, do you know if there's anybody within your group here that may need some healing?
Ooh.
Or maybe need something fixed.
Yeah,
You see, my wonderful friend here, she is very proficient in fixing small abrasions or anything that may be cosmetic.
you ain't got gold or silver? No jewels or anything like that?
Actually, fun
Stuff like
about
you.
the table. Fun fact: I actually still have not imported any of the money that I probably should have, so I still have nothing.
Oh my god!
Oh,
What?
You should have at least 15 gold.
15 gold. Got it. Okay. Sir, I'm sorry, I do not have much, but I will. If it'd be okay with you, I could give you 2 gold and then be able to help heal or mend anything that you may have here within this vicinity.
your 2 gold would go a long way. I will so kindly lose my report on this.
I greatly appreciate it. And if there's anything that I find out about this tiefling that you're referring to, I will do whatever I can to try to find you again and report back to you.
Of course.
Question.
Much blood.
Can INL hear all of this?
The parts that are spoken at a normal volume, yes. The bribery part, which is probably spoken at a much lower volume, probably not.
I'm not attempting to hear the bribery part, but the part about the search for the tiefling?
Yeah, that you've absolutely heard.
Okay. INL is going to walk over. I'm sorry, I can't help but hear that you're looking for a tiefling?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, about tiefling.
It might
Yeah.
interest you to know that that vendor right there is wearing an object that is casting a field of illusion. That might be your tiefling under guise as a human.
At this point, I'm gonna run over to Ava. Oh my god, darling, are you okay? And give her a giant hug.
And I'm gonna come up and then also, well, oh wait, remind me, who got punched in the face again?
Me.
Yellen.
Yellen.
Okay,
Our
I'm gonna
bard?
come up to Yellen. I'm gonna help pick him up off the ground for a quick second.
Yeah.
Brush off the shoulders and thinking, what are you thinking?
Shackles. Lucius, make sure to remove 2 gold from that 15 I told you.
Yep, I already got it.
Awesome.
And then while
The beauty.
I'm dusting him off, I'm gonna use. Let's go. Cure wound to try to heal him back up.
1d8 plus your wisdom modifier.
Yep. So
Oh. Because your
wisdom modifier.
35.
So that's.
He only took 4 points.
I know, but just to be able to show to them that I care and I'm trying to do what I can to make sure that he's being.
You are now free.
I rolled a 7, so he's definitely healed back to full.
Yeah. So you get 12, but you can only take 4 of them.
What were you thinking, man?
We needed information.
I mean, that's fair, but it's okay. We can talk about this later. How are you doing with mentally speaking?
Okay, while they're doing that, the captain slides over to one of the other guards in the area and leans and whispers something to him. And then they start going 2 separate directions, and it doesn't take long before the chain is completed and shifts. And Ava, you're no longer being surrounded. It's shifting. And the upside for all these guards is he's got his table right next to one of the walls of the store, so they only have to semicircle around him. And Ava, in your previous profession, you know how to do this. And for being a bunch of small town bumblefucks, these guys damn well know what they're doing.
This is way too professional.
It doesn't take long
Come on, keep your voice down. Stay between us.
before the captain is
Figure that.
interrogating. And it doesn't take long after that before shouting starts. And finally the captain reaches out and grabs the pendant around his neck and rips it down. And there's a shimmer down his skin as it turns the cobalt blue black.
Oh,
A very specific type of elf.
Oh, it was a drow.
oh no. Tavern. Now. We gotta go.
Now,
Agreed.
and they just all draw steel and just go in on the guy.
Oh,
Whoa.
oh. Tavern. Now. We gotta
I
go.
agree. Let's go. Let's go, Tavern. I need a drink after
Let's
that.
go.
Anyone, anyone sticking around, just to be sure.
Nope.
I'm almost curious if there's a way that I wish I had more stuff in stealth, but I was gonna see if there's maybe a way that I can see if I can like snag the gems that are on the table.
See, that would be more stand. And that would
Yeah.
require you to go inside the circle of people who are now butchering themselves a drow.
Which is fair.
Yes. Yeah,
So-
tavern now. Tavern now.
While they head off to the tavern, INL is actually going to stay behind.
Let's be
To-
clear. Which tavern are we going to? Are we going to 6 or are we going to 9?
Probably
Whichever one is closest.
9 is closest.
Yep, so we're going to 9.
Cool.
Okay.
So did I. The Shade Tree Tavern.
I
Like kind of
real
tavern.
quickly before we run off and leave him behind.
I know.
Yeah, before I leave him behind, I'm gonna use my mind link and then tell him we're running to building number 9. I'm sure you'll know what we're talking about.
Just say closest tavern.
He'll just a second.
All right, as they're going, INL, you're staying and watching?
I am.
There's no attempt at arrest. There's no talking. There's the shout of crystal folk. Weapons are drawn. And this person is utterly eviscerated.
Hmm. What do the guards do after they've eviscerated this poor drow?
As soon as he's dead and, frankly, in pieces, they start taking some of his clothing wares to clean their blades. Although a few of them are bitching about needing to get new swords since it's tainted with the blood of such evil folk.
Oh. Well, I'm not safe.
I see. After they do that, are they leaving the area?
No, a few of them are there to start doing reports, and the captain very audibly tells a couple that they need to file the reports, and that he will sign off on them because this obviously wasn't the part of the investigation he was looking for, and he needs to go find a couple of people because he thinks somebody pulled some wool over his eyes.
But it was a drow,
Oh
not a tiefling.
no. Shit.
Hmm.
Well, I'm a liability.
I told you should have stayed outside.
I'm gonna stop outside the
Shut the fuck
tavern
up.
as the others go inside. Can I still see INL as we're going to 9?
From a certain angle, you might see him at a distance, but you're talking. If you're thinking in terms of like message cantrip, you're going to be out of range.
I'm probably going to stand outside as well with her, just so that she's not just alone outside at the tavern.
Can I trying to see how I could do this?
Oh, you guys are so fucking lucky.
I'm gonna lean
know.
against
Why?
Lucius as Ava goes in and just be like, that amulet would be really handy in the future. If that made that drow look that human. And with how quickly we got a reaction as soon as Ava came in.
You know, I have the same thoughts too. That's why I was wondering if there's a way that we could potentially take it back for ourselves.
That was my thought, but I'm too far away. If you can check on Ava, I can try to message ENL from the bridge.
Sure, I can definitely do that. Ava is currently in the tavern, right?
Yes, and I'm gonna go buy us a fucking room because no.
I'm gonna walk over to the bridge and pull out the stone that ENL gave me, lean over the bridge and twiddling in my thumbs while looking over the side from my purview at ENL within range, saying, if you can get that amulet from that drow, please do.
Quick note: as you pull the stone out of your pouch and start rolling it, it's almost like a static shock feeling come off it.
I thought I couldn't absorb any of the magic from the prior area.
Is that what I said?
You said that it seemed like the lines were cut.
Just because the line's cut doesn't mean it.
I said it.
Retains.
I am glad I have a habit of taking shit.
Yeah, I said that at you.
I'm
The
not
lines-
stopping my
Leave
action.
alone!
I'm not stopping my action. Even through the little shots, I'm gonna keep like twisting it, looking like I'm looking at the water, while looking over at INL being like, take it, take it, take it, take it.
So being a safe distance from the constabulary people, he's gonna mutter under his breath, "What do you think I'm trying to do? Why do you think I stayed behind?"
Motherfuckers.
I know. Go ahead and make a perception check real quick.
Okay.
Ah, kitty bites.
Come on, high roll. 23.
23.
Woo!
If only that was sleight of hand, but that's okay.
So the thing that you noticed is the captain who had snatched the pendant off the guy
He
had
kept it, didn't
dropped
he?
it
Oh, thank God.
when he realized what the person was.
He dropped it?
He dropped it.
All of a sudden, their hereditary enemy was standing in front of him, and his panic was kill it before it kills you.
Okay. Can I detach my mechanical hand, use the mage hand, and send it in to grab it, and then bring it back to me?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Go
God.
ahead and roll a stealth check for the mage hand.
Oh god.
Stealth check for the mage hand. So do I use my skill for the mage hand then, or is it just a straight roll?
It's going to be a straight roll on this one.
Okay. Come
Ah, if only I was there to give
on.
him guidance. Dang it.
Well, you would have to give the mage hand guidance.
Just give him a high five.
Actually, I can do that. I have a spell scroll of guidance.
That's right.
Ooh.
Actually, no, you can't.
I can?
Oh, what?
Mage
I
hand.
might have an option. Keep going.
Anyway,
Mage hand and guidance are both concentration.
yeah, but
Oh.
is the mechanical one actually me casting it?
Yes.
Okay. Then never mind.
Remember,
Come on.
it's mechanical magic.
Would it be considered a different creature?
Yes.
Okay.
Nat 20!
Nice.
Woo!
I have to use my. I
So
don't know that.
your mechanical hand crawls in there like the thing in the Addams family.
Yes.
Finger and like twists the chain on the pendant around it, and then slowly crawls its way out and scuttles back to you.
Alright.
And you have some kind of magic illusion pendant.
Alright. INL will put his hand back on, slip the pendant into his pocket, and start walking away.
As INL starts to pass me, I kind of nudge him and be like, good job. We're at the tavern. Let's go.
Una, you couldn't see any of that. All you saw was him make a motion to one of his hands,
Mhm.
and he just stood there for a couple minutes, and then he suddenly reached down to the ground.
Oh,
And-
I'm aware. I'm assuming. I'm assuming it went well.
I'm not gonna lie.
The fact that he
I
was
was really hoping you were just gonna put on, like, somehow attach the necklace onto you so that you could, like, make yourself look like a little girl, and then just so that no one would be able to tell you as you were walking, or tell that it was you.
Well, there's probably a couple passerbys that would have saw him transform.
I mean, I guess it's true.
No.
Kind of like me getting dressed up in the middle of town.
I mean,
Ah.
I kind of
Leave in
wish
the
I'd gotten the
disguise.
other bits of jewelry too, but at this point, I feel like I'd be pushing my luck.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. If you didn't have the disguise kit on, you would have been caught there.
Yeah. Which is so true.
Yes, but we should have done it out of town, not in town. Getting dressed up. Goddamn.
Right.
Oh.
So now that INL and Una are back with the tavern people.
Yeah. I will point out the only reason there why that went why the disguise part went the way it did is because you guys didn't say anything about changing your location. No,
Yes.
find an alley. No, stepping back out of town. Just we're gonna try this.
Yeah, that was not our brightest moment.
Not their
At
brightest
least we
moment.
got
I
a
called
pearl.
out this wasn't good. No one listened to
least
me.
we
Remember this.
No one listened to me.
Anyways, room, tavern, yay.
You have a magical pendant that does illusion that you have no idea how it works.
Sounds
Good.
I could attempt
When-
to learn how to do it, but the goddamn material cost actually can't just be covered by arcane focus.
That's true because you need a pearl worth 50 gold.
Or with
100.
detect magic though, isn't that a?
Realize that.
I know detect magic, but I don't have it prepared. So after the next long rest, that can be one of the ones
Well,
that I can add.
detect magic would not tell you anything more than you already know. It's a magical pendant that has the illusion school of magic.
So
Oh,
we need
got it.
identify, but identify requires a pearl worth at least 100 gold.
Mm.
So I can't identify how it works. I can't identify what it does. All we know is that it gave off an aura of illusion, and that when it was removed from the person, he went from looking like a human to being a drow.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming you guys are probably walking back into the tavern right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. Welcome back.
Hi.
How are you two doing so far?
We have things to talk about.
I'm assuming good things to talk about.
I hope so. Do we
Oh,
have a
that's
room
great.
yet?
That's a great question. Who was the person who said they were gonna go and?
I was
Yeah,
buying the room.
Yeah.
Ava?
So, Ava,
8 silver
That
will
was-
get
What?
What'd you say,
8
Gary?
silver will get you a room.
8 silver?
Yeah.
I've only got gold, so 1 gold.
They give you no change and a room key.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wow,
Alright.
what a bunch of cheap asses.
Mm,
You know what? We got other things to discuss. I don't care. Let's go.
cool.
sounds good. Question before we head off to our room.
Uh-huh.
Does this room key potentially also come with a breakfast tomorrow morning?
Oh God.
Lucius, you would.
Tell you what. You come down, look for me. I'll give you a great breakfast. Give you a nice little knuckle sandwich.
Lucius, that's a no. Let's go.
If you want to come down, you most certainly can, but I'm not recommending your shoot for that one.
Unless he's punching a hole through my suit.
At least you won't have to
Uh,
come back.
Lucius will remember this. Let's continue. Before we walk up back to our room,
Set in
I'm
stone.
gonna
Sure.
real quickly before we walk back or walk into our room, I'm just gonna do a quick glance around and then see if there's anything of note that I would notice while walking into this room.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Let's see, that'd be 14, and that adds so 19.
Check DMs.
Did you send it yet?
I sent it to the wrong fucking person.
I was about to say, I'm like, what the f is this?
Ignore it.
Disregard it.
I'm sorry, your names were right next to one another.
At least it wasn't a dirty picture.
You know, that could be awkward. That'd be very awkward.
I certainly wouldn't complain. I'm sorry.
You know, what y'all do in your DMs is what y'all do in your DMs.
Do I detect permission?
Ava, why is your mic
Ooh.
muted?
She's playing with her cat.
Most likely.
Might be getting chewed on if I, judging by what I heard earlier.
Fair.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I did hear
got it.
broke
Not
kitty
anything.
teeth.
Okay.
As everyone else enters in the room, I'm gonna wait till everyone goes in and kind of look down at where the general populace is in the tavern, and I would like to roll for insight to make sure that no one's gonna follow us up, or no one has any intention of.
Go for it.
Sorry, I had to use the facilities.
You're fine.
We had a break for that.
Oh.
Welcome back.
I didn't have to go then because I had to hold it before then. Then I went and then my timing's all fucked up. Shut up.
We're happy to have you back.
And also, Ophelia needed water, so
My
I don't-
insight is
I don't-
8.
I don't blame you, Ava. I have this thing called top do diabetes.
Question.
Oh.
Since I'm also walking with her, could I give her guidance?
If it had been done before the roll.
Yeah.
Dang it.
also Miku was having kind of tummy issues, so Miku had to go to the bathroom.
Naturally,
Sure.
as you need.
Yes.
There's people.
Cool.
So we got people following us.
You know,
I
after
feel like-
everything
well,
If there's any people who are of any kind of worry, there's a couple in there that it's odd. For the few minutes you've now been in, they've been sitting there with a drink in front of them, but not drinking it. But-
and
What you get.
not necessarily for like trying to be meta, but I feel like Lucius would also probably be investigating and looking around and constantly perceiving while we're like walking to the room to make sure that no one else is following us too. Would it be
Nope.
alright if I were to roll too?
That's why you got the details you've already got.
Oh, got it.
Okay, so we're
Okay.
all in the room. Ionel's going to pull out the pendant and show it to everybody. So,
Aha, I
once we
recognize
figure
that
out-
pendant.
once we figure out how this works, Ava should be able to use it to hide her identity.
Problem is, how does it work?
That's the
That
$1 million
is
question.
Yeah.
That is what we're going to figure out at some point.
That-
I am just informing you all that I have it.
In the spirit of informing, Una's gonna reach down and grab the stone that Ionel gave her earlier and put it on the table beside the pendant. That thing shocked me!
It
That-
shocked you.
Shocked
That's
you?
not a normal stone! There's something more in there! So when you chipped it away, there's something remnant in there. Cause when I was
Well-
talking to you with my message, and I was turning it in my fingers, it was shocking me the entire time.
Yelling
So-
at
I
the
need to
camera.
look at
Power was
Una.
still there.
Whoa, one at a time, guys.
I know, sorry. Go ahead.
Yellen, we'll start with you.
Yellen reaches down and pokes the stone once.
You get the little sharp tingle of like a stab.
Yeah, it's
You-
zappy.
You feel it! I'm not crazy!
I'm gonna look at Una and give a very, very subtle glare. Because the fact that she took some, like, I didn't realize that she took something from there.
I know I got the shiny before you, my goodness. You can hold it if you
I'm
want to,
also
but that one's
gonna-
mine.
To be fair,
I'm gonna
Lucius,
also reach. Oh, go ahead.
To be fair, Lucius, she didn't take it. I did. I gave it to her.
Exactly. I asked nicely, and he gave it to me because I'm so sweet.
Now, I made the assumption that we weren't going to be able to get anything out of the stones because all the power was starting to leave them.
Point of order. The thing that I specifically said was that the parts were attached to the statue and they were falling away.
God damn it.
I'm gonna reach down and try to gently pick up the
Hi, Kitty.
stone, just to hold it, and then
got my
examine
sweatpants.
what it looks like more close up.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check real quick.
Okay. That's a nice hearty 2.
Oh no.
With modifier?
Yes, with
Oh.
modifier.
His whole 0 modifier.
Yep.
He's a cleric. He's a wisdom caster, not an intelligence caster.
Cool.
It's a rock that static shocks you.
Now that we
Seems
have a
like
moment,
rock to me.
Um,
Looks a little bit like granite.
now that we have a moment of calm, I want to take a closer look at the rock as well.
I'm gonna gently hand it off back to her.
Thank you.
You can go ahead and make an Arcana check too if you'd like.
Not a 2. Not a 2.
9 with my +2.
All right.
Better than my 2.
It's a rock that somehow shocks you a little bit.
Can I try my hand in this?
Can I see that back?
Do you have any sort of knowledge
Go
of
ahead,
special
Ava.
rocks?
While they're moving around the rock, I'm wanting to try to pick up the pendant and
Oh
then
my
put the
God.
clasp back together so that it's whole once more so that someone could wear it.
So yeah, I'm gonna try my hand at this sparky rock.
Go for it, Ava. Arcana check.
17 plus 2,
Holy shit!
19!
A non-magic person. What do you know?
Right.
So, because of your past,
Uh-oh.
you've had to track down a few people with some magic in your time.
You.
And you know that magic, especially powerful magical fields,
Mhm.
can kind of impart some of that power onto objects within the field. But without something like specifically enchanting, the duration that lasts ends up being finite.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely share it with these guys.
Yeah.
They're
So-
not magic users is the high roll. What the fuck?
Magical power is it's kind of been absorbed. Think of it like a sponge. You can fill a sponge with water, but if you just then set it next to the sink, even if it's fully saturated, it will eventually dry out.
Or turn into mold.
Yes. Now turn that sponge into a rock soaked in magic.
Delicious.
Makes sense.
We're gonna end up with magic mold.
Let's not have the magic go moldy, okay? That sounds like a real bad thing.
But either which way, this could be handy, so we should probably keep it.
I'll hold on to it. My stone. And
Yeah,
So
yeah,
what-
here's your rock back.
Yay, my
While
bad.
she hands it off, I'm going to think
kitty.
of someone from my past.
Real quick, I apologize. INL, you were starting to say something about looking at the rock as Ava was.
Yeah, I wanted to, but it seems she got everything that we needed out of it. So
Did she get everything?
The Baghatter wins.
Did she get everything?
Do you
You can
want to
roll
look
a
at the
nat 20.
rock I know?
Huh?
Do you want to look at
Take
the
a look
rock
at
I
it.
know?
I suppose I will take a look at it. And I'm rolling Arcana on this, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That is a dirty 20.
Just
Nice.
this last little tidbit.
Oh, more tidbit.
This power being finite, it will eventually go away. But because it's raw magic without a school, you could attempt to use its power to fuel a spell.
I have
So
an idea.
something. So sort of like a
Extra
what are they
spell
called?
slot.
I can't remember the name of it.
Think of it like an arcane focus, but on steroids.
Sure.
Oof.
Question.
I now will hand it back to Una.
Like
So just-
this one could for for one first level spell because of its size be used to replace a material component.
Be used to replace a material component.
Yes.
So it would still use a spell slot.
It would still use a spell slot, but a material component that you might have to have even with a focus could theoretically be replaced for a first level spell.
Oh.
Also note, ritual spells exist.
Oh.
So, question.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Can I find out the details for this? Would I, just shooting in the dark here, if we were to use this stone, would I potentially be able to use a single use of Greater Restoration?
No, because you would have to have access to the spell itself.
Dang it. And I just looked at it now. It's a 5th level spell. Never mind.
That's why I'm saying it's not something you could do right now, but it's something you could potentially do in the future.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
you
but we don't know how long they'll maintain this magical energy.
Would it be
However, there is
possible-
something that we could use this for right now.
Try
would
to
it be
attune the
possible to use it
necklace?
to-
The amulet?
We can use this to fuel an identify spell to realize how this amulet works, to help Ava hide from the murderous racists.
Before he does the Identify spell, can I try one thing with the amulet beforehand?
What are you looking to try?
I am. So while holding the pendant in my hand, I'm thinking of someone in my past.
Okay,
Garrick, I sent you a DM so you know what I'm thinking of.
I got it.
I'm going to put it over my head and wear it as a necklace with that thought in my head. Does anything happen?
No.
No? Okay.
Okay. So
Sounds good. I'm gonna put it on and look at my hand and investigate myself to see that nothing seems to have changed. And then I'll take it off and put it back onto the table.
You good, Lucius?
Yeah, I just
Ionel
I
is
had an
going
inquiry.
to okay.
Okay.
First, he's gonna say to Una, I know you really like this stone, but we may need it to help Ava.
I understand, but if we use the magic inside it, can I still keep the stone?
If the stone still exists after the fact, absolutely.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I just want the stone.
But first,
Jesus Christ, Ophelia.
he's going to take out the wand of detection and use one of the charges
Yeah.
to verify that it's still magical.
It is still magical.
Okay.
You scared me with a little claw in my head.
Then using the magical
baby, I'm
energy
black and
inside
white.
of the
Sorry.
stone to take the place
Careful.
of the pearl needed. Ionel will now cast Identify on the amulet as a ritual.
All right.
Hey,
So it
baby.
takes 10 minutes. But this particular magic item is not shielded, so you don't have to make any rolls on it.
Yay!
By the way, Lucius and I all know this, but there are some special rules I use for certain types of magical items for identify. That makes it so sometimes you have to roll for it.
Okay.
I actually did not know that.
Yes, you
I
did.
don't think you ever told me either. But that's okay. Now I know.
Now we're all in the know.
Yay! That's
know?
the important thing.
No, remember issues with a certain shield in another campaign.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Actually, I kind of forgot about that.
I have been keeping it in the back of my mind every single time, but I've been focusing mostly on, using the item dupe glitch to do a bunch of different things. But anyways, back to this campaign.
Yes.
All right. So, doing the identify as a ritual.
So, this is called an amulet of veil.
Ooh.
Okay.
And what it does, funny enough, Lucius was along the right lines. He just didn't attune to it.
Oh.
Mm.
It needs attunement,
Okay.
and then you imagine what you want to look like, and that is the form that you take, Ava.
Okay then.
Are you familiar with attuning to magical items?
I've seen it done, haven't done it personally myself.
Okay. Well, Ionel will now hand the amulet to Ava.
Okay.
You're going to need to take a little time to
Okay.
attune this amulet to yourself. And once it's fully attuned to you, unless you take it off, you can alter your form to anything you might need, which is infinitesimally better than a disguise kit.
Yeah, especially when we use it
Gotcha.
in the middle of the goddamn road.
Believe in the disguise kit.
All right. That.
So quick question. What I apologize if you've tried to describe this before. What does this amulet look like? Like, what color is it? What's the chain? What does it look like?
Frankly, it's garish. Have you ever seen those like really old lady necklaces with the wide like panel? It's that with, you'd almost call it a cameo pendant.
Oh.
Can it be hidden under her armor without discomfort?
You don't know.
I don't know. As being our,
Well, let me get out of the disguise first, and then we can try it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Goddamn.
Is there,
The one thing,
being our local artificer, do you think there's any way that you could potentially modify the appearance of this to maybe make it look a little more acceptable?
Aesthetically pleasing.
the
That
thing
is
Not
fun.
horrible.
The trick with modifying already
Jesus.
magical items is that altering the appearance
Nice.
may alter the magical power.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
Alright.
So, the thing that I will point out, despite its garish appearance, the person wearing it previously had it outside of the clothing.
So they were able to
So,
change the appearance of the
yeah.
pendant based on how they wanted to look themselves.
They were not able to change the appearance of the pendant itself.
Okay.
And Foundry's acting fantastic. So, in your new equipment, Ava, it shows up as just the words "new equipment," but because for some reason it doesn't want to let me type in the name.
I see it.
Also, so you can change your appearance as an action.
Okay.
All you have to do
So,
is hold the pendant on it itself and think about what you want to look like as an action. So for about 6 seconds, and you will change your appearance. The
Okay.
necklace will always stay the same, but you can change your appearance.
Okay. All right. Let's do the attunement.
Ava,
So
look
that
like
will
me. Let's
take
be twins.
an hour.
I've got my own idea in mind.
Oh,
right.
okay. I respect that.
So, is everybody else planning on staying in the room?
Mm-hmm.
I plan on probably staying in the room unless anybody were to leave.
So, I am planning on INL leaving to go and try and get the information that we came here for.
I'll follow.
Actually, you know what I'd like to do? Garrick, if it's possible, would I be able to find like a nice, well-drawn map of the town, and potentially any learn some of the history behind this town?
You know, knowing what you know of towns, most of that kind of stuff is usually kept in a city office.
Almost like there's one next door. I'm going to stay with Ava, so just in case the attunement doesn't go very well, I can be there for her.
That sounds like a great idea. Okay. Yellen, you're coming with me?
Yes, let's go.
All right. So, gonna head down into the main area of the tavern and approach the bar.
Okay.
Maybe
Same.
if I want to come to.
Even the room is there. Hey, what can I do you for?
I'm here looking for someone. Is there anybody in town that has an affinity for magical folk that like to speak very cryptically?
Accurate.
Cryptic ass motherfuckers.
Only
so we're in
magical
the
folk
room.
we ever see around here. We don't even see him in here that often. Some wizard from the council back out of the capital, Gideon.
Yeah, I'm trying to find somebody associated with this strange mage that I met. He liked speaking in riddles, like his life depended upon speaking in such a way.
Darker skin, blue and silver robes.
That'd be him.
That's Gideon.
Do you know where I might find a friend of his?
You know, not rightly sure. Memory's a little foggy.
With that statement, INL is just gonna pull out a single gold coin and slide it across the table. Does that help make your memory any clearer?
Paul goes down over the coin. He's like, spent a lot of time around the Margrave's office.
The Margrave's office, you said?
Yeah.
I sure
mean-
appreciate that fine memory of yours.
We
Thank
do
you,
what
sir.
we can.
I'm sorry, what did he say?
We do what we can.
Let me guess. Is that the office that I'd probably want to go to and look and see about the history of the town?
Yep, the Margrave would be the equivalent of the mayor, but instead of being an elected mayor, he's appointed by the crown.
Okay.
Split the difference between mayor and military governor, and then you've got a Margrave.
Sounds good.
Alright. INL will then get up, motion to Yellen that they have what they need, and leaves the tavern to go to the Margrave's office.
Yellen follows.
Can I also say that I went and joined with them too? Probably double checking to make sure that everybody in the room is safe, and then start telling them I'm going to head over to the Margrave's central office to do some research about the town.
I was gonna say you probably started to go over there, and like you probably go a little bit after Yellen and Ionel leave. You watch him talking to the barkeep as you're heading out. And so,
Okay.
Yellen, you get that little tidbit of information. You decide to head over And as you walk out the door of the tavern, you look over and you see Ionel walking into the door of the very office you're looking to go to.
Was that?
Also, I'm just going to say as well, when we finally got back to the room, since we got back to the room, I took my suit jacket back. Thanks, Ava.
You're welcome.
So looking pristine as ever. Good job.
Lucky and all that didn't flex.
I know. It feels a little bit looser than when I first put it on. Thinking that probably it'll shrink back to its normal size eventually.
Una's gonna roll her eyes and sign, just, I'll fix it if you need it. Go on.
Thank you. Closes the door as I'm walking out.
All right.
Okay.
So we're heading to you see Lucius sliding into the office.
So we're already there, and we see Lucius slide in behind us.
No. You stopped at the barkeep.
Oh,
So because you both were paying attention to the barkeep, you didn't see Lucius slide out the door.
okay.
So you come out of the tavern, turn, and you see the familiar gray suit of Lucius stepping into what you know is now the Margrave's office.
Inel's gonna nudge Yellen with an elbow. Think you know something we didn't?
Maybe, but I don't see how he'd get the info before us.
Above the table question. How much does Lucius stick out in the suit? It just occurred to me.
It's like a New York stockbroker coming to a small town in Iowa.
Oh god.
Yeah, you're gonna stick out a lot, son.
More than Ava! Got horns!
Well, no, Ava sticks out more. The horns in the hair really.
Well, one of the horns is broken.
What am I
She's got
doing?
Continue
her hair
back
up
to
in
the
a weave
table.
right now. Can't see the horns.
I took off the disguise. I'm attuning to the amulet.
Anyway,
Hey.
Okay. So, following behind Lucius into the Margrave's office.
So yeah, Lucius, you're asking this young man at essentially the reception desk about getting some information about the town and such. And surprisingly, for most of the people that you've met that are from this town, he's remarkably well spoken. Very much. I gladly help you out. Absolutely. What do you information about the town? Not many people coming from out of town that want to learn more about the town. I can certainly help you with that.
Thank you, good sir. Well, for me, I like to be one to be a man of culture. I like to know what's nearby and see what information I can learn. What do you think I'm trying to think. Trying to think of what would be like public records that I could try to get while I'm here. I'm thinking like first like potentially like architectural blueprints or like just like general history of like old records that are found in the town.
I mean, there's a few things you'll be able to get a hold of. What the hell are you laughing about, Rye?
Please don't die. Just put it in her mouth too.
Oh,
I take full
God.
blame for that.
You're turning red. Are you okay?
All she heard was Miku ara ara.
I forgot that was on there.
Right as she was thinking about
I have the stream muted, so I had no idea.
I don't have the stream open, so this is great.
You okay?
I have it open for the chat, but I have it muted.
Same.
Ara, ara.
Yes, that is what I heard in chat. I was no context. Only a little bit more husky, a little bit more thirst in the voice, but continue.
Okay.
We'll save that for later.
Ooh, hey.
Oh, all right.
Hey, I got to seduce someone. Eventually.
Excuse me?
So Lucius, the upside is you can get a look at all of that kind of stuff. You just won't be able to take any of it with you.
That's totally fine with me. Is there a place that I can potentially sit down and study this here?
I mean, this is essentially a combination reception and meeting room for the actual Margrave himself. So there's chairs.
Okay, then I'll go over to a chair where a side table would be closest to, and then probably sit down, and then start. I'll sit down and then pull out some older-looking reading glasses, and then proceed to start reading everything that I find so far.
Yeah. So Kinbizar is a remarkably average town. A little bit of agriculture, a little bit of fishing and hunting. A lot of not educated people.
Thus the hatred for tieflings.
Uneducated
Not-
trikes.
Not just tieflings, but apparently anybody that does not look kind of,
Human.
not non-evil.
So
I mean, the fact that I
in
wasn't
looking-
keen with my transformation.
in looking through, this is what I'm going to give you because this is an explanation that will help a lot.
Okay.
You notice a few things talking about certain types of beings who are papered. And the thing you start to notice is that quite a few of them are like Dragonborn. But then you see two or three of them that are Asimar. And even one that is a tiefling. And I'm assuming you're going to ask about it.
Before I ask about it, I'm gonna keep reading on because I feel like with the fact that the repetitiveness of this being found within here, I feel like if I were to ask, I'd probably draw a little too much attention that there's something I may not necessarily want to draw attention about.
Okay. Yeah. The thing you notice is that, so small towns, you can look through the architectural stuff and there's really not a whole lot surprising there. The part where you start seeing about interactions with beings that are papered is in, daily reports that are sent to the Margrave from the constabulary. And it's talking about interactions with people who are papered.
Okay. Did I grab anything, or when it comes to the architectural blueprints, is there any of them that specifically is the blueprints for the Shade Tree Tavern?
You can find them in, yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to I'm going to really study hard, specifically the Shade Tree Tavern.
Okay.
And see if there's anything in particular that I notice that would make this building seem set apart and different compared to most.
All right. So I'm going to let you take some time to study it,
Sounds good.
and I'm going to switch over to the two other people who are walking in and seeing you leafing through books.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. We'll walk up to the I'm assuming it's a reception desk.
Yes. Young man who's currently back behind the he's further behind the desk. He's going through bookshelves and he keeps pulling books down and handing them off to Lucius, who's sitting off to the side where there's a little side table looking through books.
Good afternoon.
Hello, how can I help you today?
I was told that I could find a certain associate of a mage known as Gideon here.
Oh, you know Gideon. Oh, Gideon's a good friend of mine. I haven't seen him in a few days.
Well, known as a little bit of a stretch.
Oh,
You see, he happened to summon me and some friends of mine here. For what reason, I'm not entirely sure.
It worked.
What
It
worked?
Wait,
worked.
what?
Gideon was here a couple of days ago. He said that there was a huge problem somewhere, and that this plane needed heroes. And he thought he had a spell that he could use to bring some heroes to the world.
Wait, hold on, back up. You're saying this is not the world that we came from?
when you first say it worked, I'm gonna peek my head up and first off notice that some of my other travelers are here, and I'm gonna probably start listening on from that point onwards.
Okay. So you probably won't get as much information on this shade tree.
Oh, that's okay. I feel like I would have perked up from that type of information.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely fair, which is why I didn't say, are you sure? No, that makes perfect sense. All of a sudden you're hearing something like, wait, what? No, Gideon was supposed to help me get into the Council of Mages, into the academy there. He told me that it could pull people who were destined to be heroes into our world. I guess it never occurred to me that they would be coming from worlds outside our own. That's... Why didn't Gideon come with you?
Well, that's the thing. He brought us here, and then he turned to stone.
Oh. Well, I couldn't tell you much in terms of the magic.
Would you be able to tell us anything about what we're doing here?
Me personally, no. But if you are the people that Gideon brought here, then I have this letter for you.
Oh shit.
A letter.
His last word.
All right, would I be able to read that letter?
Absolutely. And he'll hand it off to you.
Yellen takes the letter and reads it.
We will start next session with the letter.
Oh, dang it.
That is a horrible spot. I love it.
Let me write down where I'm sitting right now, just so that I have an idea when we come back.
Welcome to Cliffhanger O'Clock.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's
You
gonna
got
be
like
most
that.
of our sessions from here. Because, we're talking to the person who made the entire world and story and all of this shit.
I'm sorry,
So-
what was the
What was the what?
what was Rye's question in that?
I have a feeling that this is gonna be kind of how we end most of our streams, because we're talking to the person who made the world and the story and all of this shit, so get used to cliffhangers, people.
For the record, that's the whole point. You end on a cliffhanger, and then they come back for next session.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Also, everyone in this party is forbidden from asking Garrett questions regarding this so that we don't get spoilers.
That's fair. That's fair. Including those of y'all who already know something, no spreading the information out. Fair?
I will say,
I might talk with
Especially you,
Garrett.
Miku.
Oh,
We'll
go
say-
ahead, Garrett.
two people who have played through this part of this camp, or for the one person who's played through this part of this campaign, and the other person who kind of got to see a little bit of it, Emu, Inva, you're doing great on avoiding metagame. I very much appreciate that.
Welcome.
No problem.
Outside of that, all of you guys, I hope you're having fun and really enjoying the chaos that is this. Oh shit! What the fuck did I just drop into?
When we were getting surrounded, I felt that Yellen would have attempted that.
Mhm.
No, absolutely perfect.
And the
I
fact
just-
that Una was thinking the same thing, I just didn't have quite the audacity as Yellen. Yeah, I feel like that was 100% canon.
The difference between us is I'm willing to tread upon stuff.
Yeah, I'm much more on the subtle bit.
So on that one, Yellen, you just happened to pick the exact wrong person to do that to, because he's the one who actually has the wisdom modifier.
Mm-hmm. Which
See,
is why I was gonna go for the
problem-
weakest member to be like, hey,
I was
I'm
going
gonna
to
make a
charm-
hole. Let's run.
I was going to charm him, and then have him relay an order.
Oh, absolutely. As soon as you said what you were looking for, I knew exactly what you were about to do.
Uh-huh.
The dice
Uh-huh.
just said no.
Yeah, the
Wait,
fact that we
you
were thinking the
tried
same
Different direction.
the fact that we were thinking the exact same thing on completely different veins and they turned out the way that they did, as I'm sitting there talking with Lucius going like, and that's what I was going to do, but not on him, was beautiful. Something out of a movie.
What can I say? Big red button.
You know, right.
I will say this. If you had done it to any of the other guards, it still wouldn't have worked because I rolled a 16.
It might work for me. You know, just,
No, 'cause you're the
Hi.
same
They would have been on guard after that.
you still have the same spell save DC as he does, because you both have +5 for your spellcasting modifier.
eh.
But the fact is, it wouldn't have worked because of the die roll. But you picked the exact worst person to do that to because they actually had a bonus.
Gotcha.
Well,
But that was
trying to blame me for your failures? No.
Well, my dear and dears, thank you so much for being with us today. We are at time, so
yep.
I'm
Can't
gonna
wait for
get
next week.
disconnected from here. So I will see y'all next time. Okay?
Absolutely.
A good one.
Bye.
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 And the
Goodbye.
aga at the end. I got you. And for those of you here in chat with me, thank you all so much for being here today. I do so appreciate it. If you did like seeing this, I am trying to make sure that I get every single one of these in a highlight reel on Twitch, so that they don't expire. I'm also going to be uploading them to YouTube. My goal is to have them uploaded the Wednesday after. I do still have to get the Thunderlock Bar Crawl on, but I just figured out how to do it perfectly so that it works. So that should hopefully be up, and then I'm gonna get session 1 uploaded. I'm gonna try to do a couple days after so that they're a little bit spaced, but from now on, once we do a session, I'm gonna try to have it that the Wednesday after that's gonna go on YouTube. So by this time next week, we should have both the Thunderlock. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. I tried. You know, when it's so far out, it's hard to see. But I'm trying to have both the Thunderlock and Session 1 all in YouTube so that you have a space to go and see them, and that'd be awesome. But, my lovelies, thank you all so much for being here today. I do so appreciate it. Tomorrow will be Kingdom Hearts. We will be going through Aqua's story, continuing through that. I might have some of the guide worked out by then. Don't 100% quote me on that. We might be doing some grinding, we might just be doing story. We'll find out. That's future me's problem, not now me's problem. So, I will see you tomorrow for Kingdom Hearts, and I'll see you on the Discord in the meantime, my friends. Bye!